attack. The fan rallying behind him.
Now, Mayweather's starting to press a little bit. Manny's being patient, and he's landing a few jabs.
Oh, there was a jab that caught Pacquiao off balance. Total punches in round 6, by the way. Pacquiao, 13 of 25 in the jab, 8 of 13 in the power. Or excuse me, that was Floyd Mayweather. I'm not going to read those stats anymore, man. Either give them to me right or let's not do it at all. This is an important fight here. Wow. Round 7, a minute 45 left. I apologize, but Andre, we're getting false information.
I'm surprised that Floyd hasn't gone to the body a little bit more. He's tried, and he's landed some good shots, but I think it'll benefit Floyd and slow Manny down a little bit. Good sharp right hand right there. If he keeps throwing a straight left to the body, and then when he gets inside, let his hands go down low, I think that'll pay dividends late in this fight.
Pacquiao hunting down Floyd Mayweather, using that deft footwork to escape. A minute 19 left in the 7th again, leaning on the smaller Pacquiao, pushing his head down, drawing the ire of the crowd, and the admonishment of the referee. Jab through the guard by Mayweather, trying to settle things down. There again is that evasive head movement. Trying now to establish that very effective jab, Andre.
He got some blood on the lip of Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is in a real fight right now. He knows it, his corner knows it, but this is what these moments are all about. Who can make the adjustments? Who can execute the game plan in the moment?
By Pacquiao. The right hand jab, the straight left hand. There's a check. Left hook by Mayweather. Under 30 seconds left in the 7th.
I think it's safe to say that this fight is living up to the hype.
And then some, as Manny Pacquiao continues to hunt down Mayweather, who has his back along the ropes there. Mayweather sidesteps the incoming pride of the Philippines. Terrific stuff here at the MGM Grand as Pacquiao continues to bring the fight to Floyd Mayweather.
Ano kami mga tao?
Kung sit up siya sa imo ha, kung counter siya ma-stack magkabit-kabit mga 5 seconds. So kailangan ito ay mong footwork ha.
No, you heard this guy. Get me in the ropes. You gotta check a little bit more. One forward when you're going over the ropes, okay? Okay.
Jab to the face of Floyd Mayweather. Floyd deflects the left. That just speaks to Floyd's brilliance right there. He's going to get out of the way 8 times out of 10, but you try to land what you can when you can.
We are in round number 8. This fight is flying by, my man. And we all know as Mayweather lands a stiff jab, the sport that you make your living in, Andre, and what these two proud prize fighters do as well. We look at boxing as a primal form of drama, and what it reveals is what frightens most human beings, the unvarnished truth. What Floyd Mayweather is learning from Manny Pacquiao is thus far scaring Floyd Sr.
Yeah, I mean, this is, you know...
Straight left hand connects again by Pacquiao.
It seems that when Manny lands that straight left, he's getting attention every time.
And it's when Floyd is in that shoulder roll position that Manny Pacquiao's had.
But 9 times out of 10, Manny doesn't aim for the head, he's aiming a little lower, and Floyd falls into the shot.
Pacquiao pot shots. Mayweather through the guard with the lead left. There's a jab from Mayweather. Again, the flurry of punches in that last left hand scored.
You see Pacquiao have a lot of success when he starts low, and works his way up. Floyd eventually falls into the straight left, and that's when Manny scores.
Pacquiao known for showcasing more display angles than you would find in the geometry department, and that's another thing that Mayweather has to concern himself with. But now Mayweather looking at Pacquiao going downstairs with the left hook. Another left hand to the body, the jab. Under a minute and a half left in the 8th round. Good pull counter right hand by Mayweather.
Let's see if Manny Pacquiao can answer that. Great right hand from Floyd Mayweather.
Jabs. There's another couple of knee left hooks that clogged the side of Pacquiao's head. And 1 minute left in the 8th.
That got Manny's attention for sure. Lead left hooks from Floyd Mayweather.
And that's what Floyd Sr. was looking for.
And that's that reach advantage we were talking about.
5-inch reach advantage for Floyd Mayweather. 45 seconds left in the 8th. Pacquiao has definitely not been reckless by any means, has been controlled, but has shown flashes of his offensive brilliance and has actually scored some good shots on Mayweather with those left hands.
Both men have landed good shots. Great intensity of this fight. Ebbs and flows back and forth. This is what the people paid to see.
Now Mayweather, again, setting the trap there, leaning in, staying at distance though, Andre.
Good point. That's a trap. When you see Floyd kind of giving you his head, trust me, he's not giving you his head. He wants you to commit so he can counter.
Lead left hook, the check hook from Mayweather. Less than 10 seconds remaining. And thus far, the biggest fight of our generation is delivering everything you could ask for. Mayweather versus Pacquiao.
Here we see Floyd get in range, throw the jab. He missed the jab. Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao steps to the side and throws a beautiful straight left down the pipe. Then once again, 2 straight lefts down the pipe that got Floyd Mayweather's attention. As champions do, Floyd Mayweather answered what a beautiful straight right. Got Manny's attention, but this is what this fight is all about. Back and forth, ebbs and flows. Again, I can't say it enough. This is what the people paid to see.
The true artistry of the sweet science.
Hit the guy with a right hand and hooks, man.
An intense Floyd Sr. dressing down his son, and you have to wonder what's going through Floyd Jr.'s mind as we begin round number 9. After 8 rounds, Andre, quick synopsis on what you've been impressed with most from both of these warriors.
I just appreciate the fact that both of these guys have given it, they've taken it, and good shot from Floyd right there.
Again, setting the trap, putting themselves
This is
in the
just the
ring.
fight that we anticipated. There's no clear-cut winner. There's no clear-cut person that's dominant. Even though I have Floyd up 5 rounds to 3, Floyd has been in this situation before where a fight was tight. He stayed patient and pulled away. Again, he wasn't fighting Manny Pacquiao. Let's see what happens down the stretch.
There's again the 1-2, the straight left catches Floyd. He's able to maneuver out of the way, but misses with that left hook. What about Freddie Roach's contention that Mayweather's legs are gone? I don't know if they're gone, but then he slowed down. Have you seen evidence of that in this fight? No. Hot shots with Pacquiao to the right hand.
No, I think when you get 38 is 38 before Mayweather has plenty of legs left. You get older, you get smarter, and you just don't have to move as much. If your defense is as good as Floyd Mayweather's, you don't have to move so much. So I don't think that's accurate.
Under 2 minutes now left in the 9th round. Knowledgeable observers also wanting to see if Pacquiao would be able to land that left uppercut. As we've seen in the past, that Mayweather has a tendency to lean to his right. But there, using that left hook again. Oh, another straight left down the middle, catches Mayweather. And again, the crowd showing their support for the Philippine pride and joy, Manny Pacquiao.
And he can't let he can't let Floyd just sit out there and pot shot him like that. He's got to stay mentally engaged and not allow himself to get hit with those kind of shots. Even though those shots are knocking him down or out, they're still debilitating shots.
And yet Mayweather missed with another left hook. That jab was blocked by Manny using that upper body movement, trying to find an entry to get in close with under a minute remaining. Goes to the body, gets tagged though by the right counter from Floyd Mayweather.
Good counter, but decent body work from Pacquiao right there.
45 seconds left in the 9th. There's that right cross that connects on Pacquiao's jaw.
A straight right from Floyd Mayweather.
30 seconds left in the 9th round. There's another straight left hand, right hand by Mayweather that scores. And that's his bread and butter. Now along the ropes, Pacquiao goes to the bottom. Connects for Mayweather. Andre putting you on the hot seat. Who won that very pivotal contention? this round?
I think Floyd Mayweather won the round, even though Manny had some moments late in the fight. But sometimes with judging, sometimes with the fans reacting, sometimes the fighters can quote-unquote steal a round, even though he didn't do much early in the round.
Let's listen in. I want you to finish that thought. Freddie Roach complaining about Mayweather's elbows. We discussed that as well. Andre, referee Kenny Bayless going over to Mayweather's corner to warn him about that. What's the body language of Floyd Mayweather telling you in the corner, Andre?
I think he's just in an intense fight. I mean, I don't see anything different about Floyd Mayweather, even with his father getting on him and showing some, a sense of urgency. I think Floyd is doing what the champion does. He's staying composed.
Round 10, both of them to determine who is the best fighter of their generation. Mayweather, 47-0. 26 knockouts.
Yes.
Manny Pacquiao, 57-5-2 with 38 KOs.
Back when it was 15 rounds, round 13, 14, and 15 were called the championship rounds, the do or die rounds. Our modern day championship rounds are 10, 11, and 12.
Short left hook by Pacquiao, then eats a jab from Mayweather. What adjustments do you feel home stretch?
I would like to see him in the straight rights. It's just not good, and he's, Floyd Mayweather's racking up points in the meantime. And I think this last 3 rounds, or last 2.5 rounds, are going to boil down to who wants it more.
Under a minute and a half left in the 10th. Left hand again by Pacquiao. Has Floyd on the ropes. Floyd again shifts to his left. And that's the one thing about Manny Pacquiao, effective. Whether you go left or right, again, has added that right hook. Manila Ice hasn't really been a factor here thus far in the fight. But trying to keep Floyd Mayweather pinned along the ropes, wants to come off that ring.
And I don't know if Manny can use his leg. He's got good legs, in and out movement. Feint Floyd and then attack. Feint him and then attack, and he'll be more successful.
He's been burdened with leg cramps throughout his career. It's because of the size of his calves. He actually had to buy an $1,800 bottle of lotion treatment approved by the USADA. Freddie Roach told us to help in camp, so we don't know if they're back or now. There's the hand speed on display for Pacquiao, and a brazen right counter by Mayweather.
And those are moments where he didn't land much, but the crowd can deceive the judges, and maybe they'll land, and maybe they'll get Pacquiao.
Mayweather ducks underneath that left cross. The jab from Pacquiao. Doesn't always use the jab. Has an effective jab. Can use it almost like a power jab, but Mayweather doing a good job now of avoiding Pacquiao. As we are into the championship rounds. Mayweather kin in attendance, enjoying the fact that they are now on camera. The father of 4 children. Revisiting some of the action now, Andre.
Here we see Floyd with a successful counter right hand. He allowed Manny to touch him so he could stay in range to counter with the straight right hand and take advantage of the reach advantage that he has against Manny Pacquiao. Beautiful shot from Floyd. There you go, that's right.
One of Mayweather's biggest supporters, my fellow Canadian Justin Bieber. No surprise to see him ringside. Round 11, Mayweather on the attack with that right hand. Now a more aggressive Mayweather here to kick off the championship rounds. And a sense of urgency, as there should be, right, Andre, at this point in the fight?
100%. These last 2 rounds, you don't know how the judges are looking at it. You don't know how they're scoring it. You got to try to seize these last 2 rounds with Floyd Mayweather or Manny Pacquiao. Watch the feet.
Bayless warning them about the feet. Of course, as a southpaw, you want to keep that lead right foot to the outside of Mayweather's left.
That right hand was a potential knockout right hand. Floyd Mayweather's trying to catch Manny Pacquiao, not with a stinging shot, but a knockout blow.
There's a hard shot of the body and a left hand upstairs by Pacquiao, but again, Mayweather backing up. With his size and reach, would you like to see him come forward like his father and impose that size?
Well, with all due respect to Floyd Sr., sometimes the fighter's in the ring, sometimes the trainer can see what a fighter doesn't, and sometimes the fighter can feel what a trainer doesn't. So if Floyd isn't coming forward, it's for a reason.
All right, left hand lead by Pacquiao scored. There's another left hand that got Mayweather on the ear as he was vacating the premises, so kind of rolled with that punch.
These last 2 rounds are very, very important for both fighters.
Left hand to the body, sorry, Andre. Right hand upstairs by Pacquiao, mixing up the
He
attack.
started low, he finished high. Now he knows Floyd wants to come back with offense, and this is where Manny has to be defensively responsible. You see Floyd coming, you got to know, you got to be prepared for it so he doesn't pot shot you.
Mayweather effectively pot shot him there, picked him off, and they're able to laterally move away from the right hand. Final 60 seconds of the 11th round for the welterweight title unification. And to determine the best fighter of this era, Mayweather in the corner but rolling. And really avoiding all of those punches and landing the counter right hand as he's apt to do.
Looks like Pacquiao's trying to steal this round.
And a counter left by Mayweather.
Because Floyd has pretty much dominated most of this round. Same tactic Sugar Ray Leonard used against Marvin Hagler. You don't know what the judges are looking at. Floyd has to be vigilant about the last 15-20 seconds of each round down the stretch.
And the final 20 seconds upon us. Pacquiao now on the defensive. Mayweather coming forward. Mayweather goes to the body with the jab. We are headed to the final 3 minutes of a fight we waited 5 years to materialize. It's coming down to the final round.
Then we see Floyd Mayweather line up Manny Pacquiao with a jab, and then he comes not down the middle, but a roundhouse around the gloves of Manny Pacquiao. Early in that round, Manny Pacquiao felt that for sure. Then we see Floyd in his prevent mode, hands up, trying to avoid the shots of Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao grazed him, but nothing significant in that sequence on the ropes.
Combinations, okay? All right. He's going down, you go in the uppercut, okay?
Last round.
Let's go.
Let's go. Man.
It's very possible that this fight can come down to this round. Once again, you never know how the judges are seeing this fight. Floyd or Manny can't leave anything to chance.
And the two legends in the making, of course, future Hall of Famers embrace as we begin the 12th and final round. Floyd Money Mayweather, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. Could it possibly be coming down to this round, Andre? Or am I just telling the story of this fight and missing some of the nuances that the judges at ringside might be seeing?
Well, we don't know. I mean, I have Floyd up 8 rounds to 3, but that's not the official scorecard. So there's no telling. So again, both fighters can leave nothing to chance. If you're Manny or Floyd, you want to win this round, and you want to win it big, you want to leave no question.
Mayweather again going to ropes before moving to his left and utilizing that deft footwork. Pacquiao still on his back foot. 2 minutes left in the fight.
I think Manny's got to take some risks.
Yes,
If
exactly.
Floyd lands that one shot, he's got to come back. And even if he doesn't land, it's the perception
there it is.
that he's being aggressive.
Left to the body, the straight left, down the middle, connected for Pacquiao. There's a stiff jab by Mayweather. Lead left hand from Mayweather. Looking to land that left hook. Picks him up with the right hand. Just 90 seconds remain. Pacquiao has Mayweather along the ropes, and Mayweather immediately punches.
At this point in the round, at the halfway point, Floyd is definitely up in this round and looking a lot sharper and landing the cleaner shots. If Manny wants to make a case for this round, he's going to have to close this round strong.
Okay, I'm not going to push his head down. Immediately lets go. Final 60 seconds of the fight.
Let's go.
Mayweather leads with the right. The crowd here sensing the finish is near. And a fight that has definitely lived up to the hype. A competitive affair. The boxer Floyd Mayweather. The offensive juggernaut Manny Pacquiao. The crowd now getting to its feet. Our last minute in dramatics in store here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Or is it going to come down to the three judges seated at ringside to render their verdict?
Ten seconds left.
10 seconds remain.
Let's go.
An hour fight of the century. Mayweather sensing that he has done enough. Pacquiao on the attack, but the final battle has gone.
Great fight. Great fight. Great fight. Now both guys will show up strong for this pay-per-view. Excited for the way they put on the performance and what this means for the sport as a whole. I'm excited, man. They put on a great show tonight.
With all of the money being made here tonight,
Kaya napilding din
and with
Pacquiao
these
ko.
two biggest names,
Ah,
Floyd Mayweather says he has only one fight left.
napildi man si Pacquiao.
Regardless of the outcome tonight, Andre,
Hindi
judging
man si
by
Pacquiao.
what we saw, is it worth a repeat?